the camp of the main opposition party. That's the NPP, and Ghana's largest opposition party, the New Patriotic Party, is urging its supporters to wear all red and black on Friday, November 27, 2015. The NPP is encouraging its members, sympathizers, executives, members of parliament, and the leadership of the party to gather at the Asylum Down headquarters in Accra to speak out. We'll be speaking shortly with Deputy Communications Director of the NPP, Perry Okujato, to help us with some understanding of this latest action. And the story is that Ghana's largest opposition party, the New Patriotic Party, is urging its teaming supporters to wear all red and black on Friday, November 27, 2015. The NPP is encouraging its members, sympathizers, executives, members of parliament, and the leadership of the party to gather at the Asylum Down headquarters in Accra to speak out. We're joined on the phone lines by Deputy Communications Director of the NPP, Perry Okujato. Perry, thank you very much for your time. So what's the motive behind this decision to wear all red and black on Friday?
Well, first of all, let me say good afternoon to your viewers and to yourself. The motive is simple. We want to protect our democracy. We want to protect freedom of speech. We want to protect freedom of association. What happened here at our party's head offices at dawn on Monday is an affront to our democracy. We have certain angles that we wish to put out there in the public domain, and that's why we're organizing a press conference tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here at the party's head offices. However, beyond the press conference, we are asking that every Ghanaian who believes in our democracy and thinks that our democracy should be protected, not just supporters of our party, but every Ghanaian who believes that we must protect our democracy. Our democracy is something that has been revered across the world beyond our continent. Ghana is seen as a beacon of hope on the African continent, and if we want to continue to protect that accolade, then we must come out in our numbers and wear red wherever we are. If you are a market woman and you find yourself, selling your wares in the market, wear red in solidarity with the MPP. So is it your considered opinion, Perry, that freedom of speech and democracy is under threat in Ghana? Yes, of course, it is. For a group of military men, aided by the police service, to knock at our gates at 1 a.m. at dawn, ransack our offices, take our security people and our caretakers hostage, lock them up in the security post, proceed into our party's offices, commandeer over about 500 young people who enter our offices and vandalize our property, taking away documents, vital documents from offices in our, within the premises of our headquarters, knowing what a hard drive is in a CPU of a computer, and opening up CPUs within particular offices and taking out the hard drives is not a joke. It is not something we must take lightly, and it is an affront and a dent to the democratic process that we've all sworn,
You think this was state sponsored and engineered?
Who controls the security agencies? Can you and I commandeer a police patrol team? And can you and I commandeer a military vehicle? So therefore, clearly, it is clear who is responsible for this and where the blame must go. And we are not going to relent as a party in making sure that we place this, whatever it is, this raid or whatever it is, we are going to place it squarely where it must be placed.
You allege that this man came into your offices wearing military uniforms, but how come in court they were in mufti?
Well, that's up to... Come again.
I'm suggesting that in court, the men we saw were not in police uniforms.
The men who were arrested and taken to court are not the people who came here in military uniform.
That was a camouflage?
And if you have followed what transpired here, some men came armed to the teeth in military uniforms. And then another group of, I hear, 500 people who were passed to this place wearing red T-shirts with United Patriots written in front. The military men were the ones who took our security people hostage. And they were the ones who allowed the young men in red to ransack and vandalize property in the offices. They had left the premises before the Nima police arrived. So those who were arrested are the ones who were wearing the red T-shirts, the United Patriots T-shirts, and they were the ones who were arraigned before court yesterday, not the military people. However, if you have listened to that audio that is making the rounds, one Bismarck Osei has alluded to the fact that yes, some people came to our party head offices wearing military uniforms, and he was the one who mobilized them. We want the police to take a further look into those issues.
Perry, I'm beginning to think aloud here, and help me to answer my little curiosity there. You are suggesting that military men came to your office to ransack the place, and they were sponsored by the state. What would be the motive, really?
Well, you would have to ask the people who speak for the state what the motive is. You saw the president on the his so-called changing livestock, and how he sought to want to campaign on the division he claims is within the NPP. Isn't that a good enough motive for them to be sending people to ransack our party offices, especially after such a shambolic election over the weekend, snatching of ballot boxes, there are over 61,000 people who voted no against the president? Isn't that a good enough reason to want to attack our party's head offices to divert attention?
I've got two final questions for you, Perry. Beyond just mobilizing your supporters to come to the party head office clad in red and black, what do you intend to do?
Tomorrow.
Beyond tomorrow's organization, what next do you intend to do?
We are a political organization. The only thing you can do is to use legitimate means in a democracy to make sure that the right thing is done, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
They claim that they found AK-47, in your offices. Have you clarified that?
We are a political party. We are not a paramilitary organization. We do not use guns and we do not keep guns. And if so anybody claims to have found guns in our offices, the person should provide the guns and show how and when the guns were found in our offices.
So that obviously,
if somebody claims to have found weapons in our office, it belongs on that person to get the security agency that is responsible for that. We should be notified as a political party. We should be present as either staffers or executives of this party, and the search must be done with us involved. You cannot come to our office at dawn at 1 a.m. and then all of a sudden claim that you have found arms in our offices without a warrant. This is a country that is governed by the rule of law and a constitution. So it is not possible for anybody to claim that they've come to our offices without anybody's supervision, without the police, without the police warrant, claim that they have found arms in our offices. It cannot be the case.
My final question.
Whoever, as we speak right now, the Ghana police has not told us as a party officially that they have found arms in our offices.
My final question to you, Perry. What's the fate of your General Secretary, Kobina Japan, and the second Vice Chairman? We understand that there are plans to punish them. Our
party has organs. Nobody is above the law in our party. And as you well know, a whole national chairman of our party has been suspended. There are disciplinary proceedings going on within our party regarding particular people and particular petitions that have been brought to the disciplinary committee. As and when the disciplinary committee finishes work on particular people, the information will be taken to the National Executive Committee, and if endorsed, it will be put out there in the public domain. For now, I do not wish to comment on that.
Perry, I appreciate your time so much. Thanks very much for joining us on the news. Perry Okujeto is Deputy Communications Director of the NPP.